morning. It is a Thursday morning, so I'm getting kids up and ready for school. Already had a good morning, got in my walk, read my Bible, drank my water. And actually my husband was leaving for work. I noticed that my car had a flat tire, so he patched that for me because he's amazing. I thought his car had a flat tire because I heard him come back in the house and say that, and I thought it was his car, but it was my car. So very grateful that he was able to do that before we leave for school. And after I drop the girls off, I'm gonna run to probably just Walmart with the boys, because is the last minute list of things you need ever completed? I feel like there's just constantly those last minute things that you need. So I have a list. I was gonna maybe do a pickup, but there's some things I'd like to just see in person, so I'd rather just do it myself. So we're gonna get up and head out on this very, very chilly morning. But the sun is supposed to come out later, so hopefully we can, you know, get a little outside time later.
Can I get some Cheerios, please?
Boy.
Can I see that?
You fell down.
Yeah.
You like that one?
I like the wild one.
Which one do you like?
This one.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of big ones up there. Alright, we're all finished up at Walmart, got mostly everything I needed, and now I'm gonna go drop off that bag of donations that I've been driving around with in my trunk for a week or so now. So I'm gonna go drop that off, and then we'll head home, have a proper breakfast. It's only 30 degrees out, so I am also ready for a cup of coffee. Alright, we're back home. I just emptied the dishwasher, washed some dishes that need to be hand washed last night. Now I'm ready to make a coffee and have some breakfast. The boys just ate kind of quick. Alright, for breakfast I have 2 eggs and some leftover bacon, sauerkraut, and some cottage cheese, which is just oozing onto everything now, and my nice big coffee.
What if you just put one on?
Jude, Jude.
Lock the window away from me, and I will force you. Now I'm gonna block the cold away from you. Come on.
So these are all the leftover greenery and things that I clipped for decor this year, but we don't need them, so Jude's gonna go help me dump them in the woods. It's only about 40 something degrees out, but the sun is shining, so it feels much warmer, especially compared to this morning. So we're gonna play outside for a little bit. I just dropped those branches and things in the woods, and yeah, we'll get some fresh air, and then we'll head back in for quiet time, because I definitely have a lot to get done today. Go ahead, throw it, hit it. Oh, try again. Yeah, nice. It is actually super lovely outside. That was really nice to get out and get some fresh air. But I'm gonna bring the boys in just a second. We're gonna do lunch, and then I'll put them down for quiet time. All right, so for lunch, the boys are having these little yogurt bowls with some granola and some raw honey. Can you find one under the flaps? Do you see something for Clifford too? Okay. All right, it's 12:30. I'm about to get dinner going in the crock pot. I'm going to make a broccoli cheese soup, which I have learned you cannot use frozen broccoli for because it gets way too watery. So you have to use fresh broccoli, and it's just chicken broth and some water, butter, cream cheese, heavy cream. It's really pretty simple. It only needs about 3 hours on low, so that's why I'm starting it now, and it'll just probably sit on warm for a little bit. Evie has her sewing class after school today, so that's why I wanted to get this done now. I'm also going to prep a loaf of bread, or rather I'll prep the dough to make a loaf of bread. It's not gonna be sourdough because I didn't think about it until like an hour ago. So it won't be ready, in that regard, but that's okay. I'm just gonna use some yeast and it'll still be delicious to have for dinner tonight. And seriously, the crock pot has just been a lifesaver recently. Like all of Vlogtober, I used it constantly. I've used it a ton in November. It is just, you know, it's not my favorite way to cook personally, but the efficiency and the time saving is just what I need right now. I just don't want to be in the kitchen, you know, in the evening during that like pre-dinner time. It's just, especially at Christmas time, like I just want to relax, and this is a tool that helps me do that. So I'm gonna get that all put together. I'll link the recipe. It's very, very easy. I just have to chop up the broccoli and throw everything in the pot and turn it on. All right, so now that dinner is kind of prepped and, you know, going, I'm gonna work on a little sewing project. So I just refilled my bobbin. It already had blue thread set up in it, so that's gonna work out fine, because I want to take some of these fabric scraps. Basically, I think they're each probably a yard worth of fabric, because I want to make some oversized gift bags for some Christmas presents that I can reuse from year to year. I looked for some at Walmart today and I didn't see any. I just saw paper bags. So I think some of these have been cut. This one I cut. This is actually the fabric that's on my little Lincoln statue. But I'm just gonna sew, you know, 3 sides and then leave the top open, and then I can just tie it closed with a ribbon. So I'm gonna hopefully do those during this quiet time. I think I'm gonna use this blue and green one, which is already folded in half. So I really only need to sew the bottom and the side, and then I'll flip it inside out. So that should be pretty easy and quick. Somehow I messed up my bobbin the first time. It kept getting stuck. It would only sew so much and then it would get tangled and break. So I just rewound it. Hopefully I can get this done. It would be really quick if everything was working, or if I was doing everything right, I should say. So let's try it again. All right, well that is not working for some reason. I don't know if I'm doing, I mean, obviously I'm doing something wrong with the bobbin, so I think I'm gonna actually ask Evie when she gets back from her sewing lesson what I'm doing wrong, because it keeps getting tangled while I'm trying to sew. But I need to take advantage of this quiet time, so I'm gonna switch gears and work on something else. I'm going to wrap part of our neighbor gifts. We like to give gifts to our neighbors every year, and this year I'm actually going to give them cookies. I really have never given my own homemade baked goods, so I thought this year I would do that instead. So I found these little treat boxes, and they come with a cellophane bag, so you can kind of wrap it up like that. So I'll probably put the cookies in probably sideways, I'm thinking, like kind of line them up. But I'm not going to bake them just yet. I think it's a little too early. So, you know, I'm just glad I have those, and I have the cookies already frozen in my freezer, the dough, so it'll be easy to bake them up and fill those. But I like to also include a little Advent book every year. So I picked up this one because I've done a lot of different authors, so I was trying to find one that I hadn't given yet. So this is the Christmas code. It's just a little Advent sort of devotional for each day. Put this on top and then maybe tie a ribbon around it like that. So I'm gonna work on those because I want to be productive in this like half hour I have left. Very frustrated by the sewing project, but that's life sometimes. You gotta adjust and do something else. I almost forgot to mention, we're also giving our neighbors with the cookies these cute little cookie ornaments. These are from Kurt Adler. I got them on Amazon, and it came in 2 different styles. This one I think is really adorable, and I just thought it'd be something cute that they can keep you know, after the cookies are gone. And we do give to our 6 closest in proximity neighbors. So that is why I have 6 of each of these. So these are the girls' quilts that I got them each for Christmas that I'm trying to make these bags for to be able to wrap them, because they came from India and they were like shrink wrapped. And so when I got them, I wanted to open it to make sure it was the right one and just to see about the quality and everything. And of course, I love them. It's actually, I don't know if it's the same brand that I got this one, because I also got our quilt off of Etsy. And honestly, I loved this one so much. I seriously considered just getting the same one for their room, but I wound up getting something a little bit different, a little bit of different colors. And this is actually reversible. So on the inside, I don't want to like completely unroll it. It just has a more of a block print that just repeats over and over again. And then this beautiful edging, and I loved kind of almost like the checkerboard edging, and it's more maroon. It's not so red in real life. So I thought those were so beautiful, and they each got the same one. And then I got them a set of new sheets to go with it. And I really liked, again, kind of like the block print, a little bit of a subtle pattern with this little bit of a bolder pattern. So this, I can't remember where I got this, but that was the company. I feel like it was Amazon. But these I think I can wrap on their own because it's pretty square, pretty, you know, firm. But this, I wanted a bag, obviously, to put it in. So hopefully I can get those bags made so that I can wrap these. So I'm just checking which of my wrapping paper I like best with this print. Since this is very like red and green, I think I like that combination. But I also have this red plaid, which also would look cute. I think either one honestly would look good. So we'll see. I think I like this one better. I just love, this is probably my favorite Christmas pattern, combination, colorway. Okay, that's good. I'll use this one. I'm just gonna grab this book. I just finished it, The Death of Mrs. Westaway. Actually, I finished it a few days ago, and it was really good. I liked how it ended better than kind of how it started. And I'm gonna bring this with me because I think we're gonna pop into the library while she has her lesson, just kind of use up that time. And this is the book I'm reading right now, The Only One Left by Riley Sager, and I like it so far. Just like that, quiet time is basically over, and I'm going to make myself a coffee, a little decaf coffee. I've actually been doing like half decaf in the afternoons. I tried going all decaf, and I mean, it's fine, but I just prefer the flavor of my regular caffeinated coffee. So I do a half caf, and I don't think it doesn't affect me when I'm trying to go to sleep. And lately I have just been, as soon as my head hits the pillow, I am done for the day. So even if I had a full caffeinated one, I think I'd be okay. Although on Thanksgiving, like last month, I drank so much coffee because, you know, we were just celebrating and having dessert and just hanging out late at night. And I stayed up till 3 a.m. because I was wired and wide awake, and I had videos to edit, and I was like, let me just sit down at the computer and like do a little bit. And I wound up staying awake till 3 a.m. And I had to force myself to get off the computer because I figured if I don't go to sleep now, I'm gonna be like up till 5 a.m. and then just not go to sleep. So anyways, all that to say, it does affect me, but I also had a lot of caffeine at like 9 p.m. So anyways, I'm gonna do a half caf and bring that with me so I can kind of sip on it while we're out and about, going to the library. And then when we get back, I'll throw my bread in, soup will be done, and we'll be good to go. We get our honey at this little local honey stand, little farm stand, and they recycle the jars, so just dropping that off. So we're just in school pickup line now, and I actually brought some tape with me because I knew I had this book in the car that I need to return to the library, and my son peeled off the little library sticker that they go on it, so I have it inside the book. I'm just gonna tape that back on so I can drop it off when we go. Hi, how are ya? Could you fill it regular, please?
I don't know.
What's the author's last name?
Gibis.
Okay, so look in the G section. Alright, we're finally back home. We wound up, her sewing teacher was a little late, and then, you know, we got to chatting after, and now it's late. So the soup is obviously ready to go. I just need to add the cheddar cheese to it, but I'm gonna get my bread in the oven as soon as I can and get that baking. All right, let's see. This rose nicely. Just need to get some flour out. And then I will roll it out and put it on the parchment. Fin's gotta go out. Oh boy, all the things. She went outside for a sec. Cold weather.
Golden weather.
All right, we'll see that in about 40 minutes. Well, I don't know exactly what happened here. It's sort of like cracked on the side. The back looks good though. So I'm gonna let that cool down for just a little bit before I cut into it. All right, so my daughter helped me fix the bobbin and reload it properly. So I got my first bag done. It's basically the size of like a pillowcase. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't think this is all that much bigger than, I have 2 red pillowcases that I actually bought a couple years ago for just such a occasion. And now that I'm looking at this, I think they're pretty much the same size. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think mine is gonna really be all that more accommodating. Oh my goodness, that's exactly the same size. So that was kind of pointless because I already had those pillowcases. Okay, well, at least now I know how to fix that problem.
Can I keep it for Christmas pillowcase?
Yeah, sure. You want that on your bed as a pillowcase?
Yeah!
Go for it. Oh boy.
Just laugh.
Looks weird, but tastes good. So it's kind of dark in here, but hopefully I brightened it up. I'm so excited. I bought this dress off of ThredUp, and it's a Zara dress. It was lovely. I love the print. It's like an animal print, which I don't own anything other than a shoe. I don't own any animal print dresses. And it's the style that I love, with like a little ruffle at the bottom and a little 3/4 sleeve. It's just all me. But the size was not great. It was just very baggy and kind of shapeless. So I actually asked Evie's sewing teacher if she did any alterations, and she altered it for me. So she just took in a little on the side and a little under the arm, and it's still like a loose fit. That's kind of how it is, but I like to wear these kinds of dresses with a belt. So, for instance, this black belt, I also have a brown one. The background, I honestly can't tell if it's navy blue or black because it's just one of those colors. So I feel like I could wear my brown boots and my brown belt. I could also wear black boots and a black belt. I feel like either one works really well. And it has these really beautiful fabric buttons, so on the arm and on the back of the neck, and a little like keyhole in the back. But I'm just so excited that I was able to make it work and keep it, and I love the red all times of year, but just especially at Christmas. I think it turned out really nice. So with that, I am gonna close out this vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching and coming along with my day, sort of the normal day-to-day stuff and a little Christmas, you know, last minute things as well. This is going to be my last video of 2023, so thank you so much for watching this whole year, or if you are new here, thank you so much for joining our community, and I have plenty more coming in January. I can't even believe we are entering a new year. It's so crazy, but I so appreciate all of you. I hope you have a beautiful and very Merry Christmas, and I'm gonna enjoy a little time off. So I will see you fresh and ready in the new year. Take care, guys.